I'm pretty rattled, to be honest, so apologies if this doesn't go too well. I did not expect this, and to be amongst some of those names that have won too is unbelievable. Starting with the footy club, thank you so much for the last 5 years and what's to come. I couldn't be happier and better placed to play my football where I do, and I feel so very lucky that I get to play for this great footy club. And thanks everyone. I hope you have a great night in Melbourne. Sorry I'm not there, or I'm not actually that sorry. I'm pumped that I'm not there, but I'll see you on Saturday. But thanks very much, guys. Appreciate it.
How good? I know there's been a bit of controversy around that. I'm not buying into any of that. Lachie Neale's a dual Brownlow medalist. Could be a three-timer, given that he lost by a vote last year to Patrick Cripps. What an outstanding footballer, and the first player to get 25 or more votes 4 times.
Yeah, and that's exceptional. And his consistency across his career has been elite. I think that the difference of opinion and the different ways that the voting goes in all the awards, the Coaches Award, the Players Association Award themselves, and the Brownlow, I think there's beauty in that. These results flip on 1 or 2 decisions either way, like 3 votes that you get or 3 votes that you miss. So you've got to put yourself up there consistently to be in this mix, and Lachie Neale does that.
No duds there. I mean, you make of what you will. There's not a dud in that top 5 there, and there's a whole host of players that Errol Goulden comes, Zach Butters came late. These guys have earned their stripes now.
I still think too. I think Nick Dacos up until the last round was still the leaderboard. He was still even. So
extraordinary performance. Bontempelli again.
I expect questions about the All Australian at some point to come, but we had our starting midfield was basically Butters, Bontempelli, and Dacos. We had those 3 in as the starting midfield. Goulden was on the wing. We had Rosie and Petrarca as high forwards, and we had Sarong on the bench and Merritt. So we didn't have Lachie Neale in our best 22.
Yeah.
We had him in our 40. But,
was that a strong discussion point?
It was. But in the end,
what tipped it against him?
In some ways, he's a victim of his own. Yep. The level that he set himself over a period of time. Now and he was probably going through a little quiet patch, not so much in the voting situation, but about 3/4 of the way through the year, he probably had a month where he wasn't playing at his best. And, even last night to hear the story of Fakes walking off the field saying, look, you look like we might need to give you a breather. Now he got to vote that game. But then went on and went bang, bang, best on ground to finish the year off.
Yeah, he did. And I think he's one of the players that's flourished through the weekend off before the finals, and obviously winning that first week, another week off. So being able to keep him fresh, because I think he certainly dinged up early in the second half of the year, guys. But well done to him. Fantastic winner.
This will be something that will be replayed over and over. So the end date here was 10:20 and 30 seconds. So we're really only 10 minutes into this. We've got another 20 minutes to try and get this to get these lights back on, and then the game would be restarted. But just need to just clarify again. If it is not restarted, then those premiership points will go to Brisbane, and everyone will be able to go home with a 40-point victory to the Brisbane Lions.
I'm no electrician, Ralphie, but that don't look good.
It's been the question that sat over the AFL for more than 12 months. What would the succession plan look like? And if Docklands had a chimney, the white smoke would have puffed out this morning as Andrew Dillon has been named the game's next leader.
We believe this is the biggest job in Australian sport. In fact, I think it's probably bigger than that. And I want to congratulate Andrew, who's clearly the best choice to take over from Gillon McLachlan. He's an exceptional football person. He's been a key leader in the AFL. He's been involved in every major decision over the AFL for many years, and he's the choice of the Commission amongst a field of high-quality candidates in what was a very, very competitive search process. But he's a standout choice.
It's a really humbling moment for me to be appointed as the next CEO of the AFL. Football's been a defining part of my life, as it has for so many of our supporters, and it's a privilege and an honour to be given the opportunity to lead the AFL.
Congratulations. Oh, thanks very much.
It's not lost on me the responsibility I have to the greatest game in the world, and I want everyone to know I will always put the game first.
He's got the makeup, the resilience, we think the capabilities to drive the AFL forward, and we've spent a lot of time on this to make sure we get the right outcome, and the Commission's very confident we have.
The Port Adelaide concussion story, Robbo, or the head clash story, it felt all wrong on the night.
Yep.
So I thought that the best thing to do here is just play you what happened in long form. So not the incident over and over, but how it looked in the aftermath, because this is not optics. The visual cues are now a big part of how this is assessed. And to sit on the couch at home was to think both of those players sort of displayed those limp or
out. They're both
arm
out.
gestures.
Yep.
You go, we're not going to see those players again. It was incongruous that Aliir wasn't put through the 15-minute SCAT assessment. The Port Adelaide doctor has recanted from that position today. He should have put Aliir through that. The AFL has clearly had a hand today in putting both of these players into the concussion protocols where they probably belonged in the first place.
It's shambolic. You know, the doctor believed he's doing the right thing and he's done the right thing and he cares for the players. All doctors do. But he made an error. And I put Ken Hinkley in a position after the game when Ken says, we got absolute faith and we always got a duty of care. No, you didn't have a duty of care, Kenny, sorry. The club didn't. The club doctor didn't. When I was watching this and he went back on the ground, Jared, I thought, if I missed something, I've missed something here. He was knocked out. He can't come back on. Now, straight away you think, God, what are they doing this? Oh, they've already subbed their player out. No, they wouldn't be doing that. There's no way known they would do that. And I'm sure they didn't. But they're the thoughts that go into your mind. Why are they doing this? Why are they compromising this man's health to send him back out in the field? The AFL, this is the last thing AFL needed, was a situation like this where, and it's good in a way, and take this the right way, it's good in the way that the footy world has sort of jumped up and down a little bit about it. Hey, we're trying to go along with all of this, from head knocks and Bucks just spoke about it on the couch, about head knocks and players are getting suspended and you're letting a guy go back on the field when he's been KO'd. Now, everyone's trying to come along with this, Jared. Everyone. Junior football, and to see that on the weekend thinking, what, this is wrong. This is wrong.
Yeah.
And we're not a doctor, but this was wrong.
Yeah, you don't have to stray into the medical territory to know that this was out of kilter with the development on this front. And just speaking to a few other clubs, their observations were, no, the visuals on that are actually enough. The layers in behind it, but the visuals are enough to have those two players ruled out of the game and how they landed. So,
what sort of fines? What sort of penalty would you
I don't know what the warnings have been in the lead up to this.
Yeah.
So I want to sort of say this for futures. I don't know whether it applies to now, but that's a $100,000 fine to breach the concussion protocols in the way that they are dictated, and it should come out of the football department, the soft cap, in the same way that the COVID fines did during those years. And maybe that applies right now. I don't quite know the lay of the land in the lead up to it, but I feel like there are multiple other clubs who fully understand the circumstances that have been breached here.
We will find out how serious the AFL is with their fine.
Yeah,
if
and
it's a slap on the wrist, 10,000.
They know that there's a day they're going to have to be answerable in open court for this. What did you do? Well, this is what we did when a club transgressed. So I wouldn't expect there to be any alibis and I wouldn't expect there to be any mercy.
Wait 10 years for this. 10 years for this. Hang on to your hat. Hang on to your hat. Hard to put it in the words at the moment. Can you believe it?
The guys could do anything. They're on a roll.
Do you believe in miracles? Special game.
Learning to just enjoy your wins, that's critical, and clearly that's one of the biggest that you can be a part of. It's one of the biggest I've been a part of. So to be able to be a part of that, you have to enjoy that moment. If that means that involves a little bit of emotion, if that means it involves a little bit of joy, we'll take it.
There is more time than they will feel.
There's still time enough for a crazy finish to this. It's been that kind of season.
Now we're done. We're done. Yeah,
Not yet. We've got to man up everywhere here. There cannot be a loose anywhere. Not a loose anywhere.
Little kick straight to Wiedering. Wiedering the all or nothing to Hollands.
To Bruce at the last
Roll the dice to win it. Last roll of the dice. He's got Doherty free on the southern stand. Kicks out to him. McBee went the spoil. Missed it. Doherty breaks away.
55 metres out. Who's going to get this?
Akers! Akers! Oh! Has he kicked it? He has! Carlton point in front. Pandemonium at the MCG. Up goes Akers! Goal! 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 Carlton hit the front inside the final minutes. Yeah! Are you joking? Are you joking? Are you joking? What is happening here?
Who's going to get this? Up they fly, Mark taking Akers, runs, plays on. Has he kicked the goal? He has. Akers has done it again.
Carlton in front. Carlton in front. Have you ever heard the MCG like that?
Goodness gracious, can you believe it?
Carlton are going to be into the preliminary final. How's about that one?
The Carlton gods must be crazy.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my God!
Carlton win it by 2. The bottom 4 in June to the final 4 in September. Carlton get the job done. What have we seen here tonight? The Blues by 2 points. The Blues are through to a prelim final. Can you believe it? You can't believe what you've seen. You cannot believe the scenes around the MCG. Grown men and women and children. Strangers alike are hugging.
It was like their season. They were gone and then they came back. And in this game, they were gone and they came back.
They'll back themselves. They've got this ridiculous momentum going now. Like the Western Bulldogs back in 2016, anything's possible.
This is what footy dreams are all about, and once it starts it can be irrepressible and it can keep rolling. It's very hard to pull up, and that's what I'm sensing with this group right now.